Bear River High School Sports, a presentation of 104.9 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, McDonald's, Castelite, Bob's Body Shop, Central Milling, Greer's Hardware, Gem Electric, Kent's Market, Golden Spike Electric, Mike Knorr Plumbing, Post Consumer Brand Cereals, Levitt Group of Northern Utah, Yes Printing, Rudd Funeral Home, IFA Country Stores, Riverside Corner Sinclair, Spike Powder Sports, and Cache Valley Daily. Now, it's time for the Bear River Bears on 104.9 The Ranch.
Welcome, Bears fans, inside Skyview High School tonight as the Bears continue a busy week of basketball as it's the North versus the South battle this weekend as teams from down south make their way up to the northern part of the state to match up against some of the teams up here way to the north. And tonight it'll be our Bear River Bears playing against the Cedar Reds. Joining me again on the broadcast tonight will be Daxton Sorensen, former player for Bear River High School. Always good to have your input, Dax, and welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
So we're about 5 minutes away from getting things tipped off here. Kind of an early tip tonight as Skyview's the host team, so they'll get the 7 o'clock game. Big win a couple nights ago, Dax, for the Bears in what was a very brutal game to watch.
Yeah.
But ultimately ended up with a 42-30 victory on what was a fantastic defensive performance and just one of those games where you just couldn't find the bottom of the bucket.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears proved themselves on the defensive end for sure. Just, again, throughout the whole night, I mean, they got the looks that they wanted. They were getting all the right cuts, every shot that they wanted, and just couldn't get the ball to go in the basket, couldn't take that lid off. But like I said, again, on the defensive end, they got it done. I mean, they held Clearfield, who had been scoring over 70, and was it all three of their games previous?
2 out of the 3, they'd scored at least 75 points.
Yeah, and so, I mean, the Bears come out and shut them down, hold them to 30. That's an excellent defensive game. Just couldn't put the ball in the basket, and you know what, that happens sometimes, especially early in the season. So,
our pregame show tonight is sponsored by Kent's Market. Kent's Market in Tremonton was named gold medalist in Best of Northern Utah for grocery store, donuts, and catering. Not only does Kent's Market have all your grocery needs, but they have a sporting goods department for shooting sports, a pharmacy, and you can drop off your dry cleaning. Special thanks to Kent's Market for sponsoring tonight's pregame show. Again, the matchup tonight for the Bears is against the Cedar Reds. They are 0-3 on the young season, struggling to score the basketball. 2 of their first 2 games, they were averaging about 40 points a game. And in their last game, were able to pick it up in the scoring category and put up 58. But this is a team coming in, they're hungry for a win. I think, Dax, this is a game, obviously, the Bears, on paper, should win, but what are your expectations for the Bears for the first game of this little tournament?
Yeah, I mean, any team coming in 0-3 is going to want to, they're going to be especially hungry, like you said, for a win. And so the Bears have to put the ball in the basket. They have to be effective at doing that. I mean, like you mentioned, Cedar's not a high-scoring team. But I think no matter what, the Bears have just got to put points on the board. They can't afford to have those slow starts because, I mean, with a team that doesn't score much, you have to score. I mean, you always have to score more than them, but if they're not going to score much, you have to put the ball in the basket or else it's going to be a close game, which on paper, like you said, it should not be.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the Bears start this game. I'd love to see them, Dax, come out and open up a really big lead in the first quarter and maybe, you know, put a thought in the mind of Cedar, like, here we go, we're on our way to our 4th loss, maybe get some of their confidence put away. And I think the Bears have a great opportunity to do that tonight. Let's talk a little bit about Kyver Jensen's play. As he came in the last game, we figured he would be limited a little bit, and he was in the first half, but Coach Shaw said the ankle responded nicely, and he's out here again ready to go tonight. Played a huge role in the second half to help the Bears get the win.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kyver came up big. I think without him, it's going to be a closer game. It's definitely going to go down to the wire, and Kyver made the difference there. I mean, they win by 12, and he put up 16. And 16 in a 40-point game for a team, that's a lot. That's a 25-point game in any other non-limited game, especially when a team scores more than that. Like, 16's a lot in a 40-point game. So Kyver made a huge difference, and, you know, I expect nothing less again tonight. I hope to see Gehrig step up into that offensive role that we know he can, just hasn't this season. So just talking about injuries also, Mason Sorensen's back. Ankle's doing good.
Yes, he left the last game with an ankle injury.
Yeah.
So
So they got a few guys back. Everybody seems to be healthy for the most part, knock on wood. But no, I expect to see Kyver have another big night, and I hope to see Garrett step up like I said, like we know, everybody knows he can. So
looking at the stats so far, again, it's early in the season, but one statistic that's really stuck out, Dax, is the way Bridger Barfus has been able to rebound the basketball. He is averaging almost 9 rebounds a game, which for any high school player, you get near that 10 rebounds a game is impressive, but he's doing it as one of the smallest players on the court.
You know, I don't know what it is about dairy farmers, but they know how to rebound the ball. I had the opportunity to play with his older brother, Caleb, and Caleb also is a phenomenal rebounder. I think at one point he led the state in rebounds too, so I think it's more impressive that Bridger's doing it just because he's 5'9". So, Caleb, if you're going to hear this at some point, no offense, I'm just saying your brother is 3 inches shorter than you. So.
We're going to take a short break here as it looks like they will have the national anthem. Yes, they will have an anthem. We will take a short break. You're listening to Bear Bears basketball on 104.9 The Ranch.
Spike Polaris has a machine you'll love. Spike Power Sports, Tremonton, online at gspike.com. Cooler weather is here, and winter is just around the corner. Now is the time to prepare your home so you don't have any cold weather issues. Stop in and talk to Tom and his team at Greer's Do It Best Hardware in Tremonton. They'll help you get ready for the cold winter months.
During the holidays, many times we forget to say thanks. At Bob's Body Shop, they truly are thankful for the customers who have kept them going for over 25 years. Call Bob's Body Shop today at 257-7825.
Do you know who to call when you need your electrical system serviced? Gem Electric in Tremonton can get you taken care of. That's John Miller at Gem Electric. Call Gem Electric today at 257-7113. You'll find their service and expertise is shocking.
Yes Printing in Tremonton and Brigham City offers schools, church groups, and nonprofits an exclusive 5-cent per copy for color copies. They have the fastest, highest quality printers in northern Utah at the lowest cost to you, less than black and white. Yes Printing in Tremonton and Brigham City.
For over 70 years and 3 generations, Hanson Motors has held the belief that they're not just selling cars, they're building relationships. Voted the #1 auto dealer and #1 service center in the Best of Northern Utah contest. Hanson Motors, a family-driven tradition rooted in community.
Baking is a central part of any celebration. When selecting your flour, make sure you use one with hand-selected grains, expertly milled for passionate bakers. Central Milling, Red Rose, and Gil.
Welcome back, Bears fans, as we are now into our starting lineups for tonight's game. Number 1 is Easton Albrecht, a senior point guard. Number 15 is Tate Stubbs. Number 20 is Parker Englebright, a senior. Number 21 is Jonathan Jeter, senior guard, and number 33 is Landon Kreitzer, a senior guard as well. Starting for the Bears tonight, Kyver Jensen will jump back into the starting lineup. Owen Olson will join him in the backcourt. He wears number 3. Bridger Barfus, as we mentioned, off to a great start this year, averaging about 11 points a game, almost 9 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 2.5 steals per game. Jace Roberts will jump in there as well. He wears number 11, and rounding out the starting 5 will be number 24, Garrick Marble. All seniors in the starting lineup for the Bears. Bears will be in their white uniforms, trimmed in red with red lettering, and Cedar will be in their maroon, which looks to be trimmed out in gold lettering and gold trim on the side. Garrick will step in for the jump, and he controls it back to Kyver Nelson. The Bears will be going from right to left on the, what did I say his name was? Kyver Nelson?
You said Kyver Nelson.
Yeah, I might say a lot of weird things tonight. I'm a little out of it. Garrick has it on the left wing. Kicks it back to Bridger, and Gehrig will take the deep shot from the left wing, and that's missed. Rebound Cedar, and on the outlet pass, Kyver Jensen tries to take it away, but Cedar recovers. Easton Albrecht will control at the top. He'll swing it on the right wing to Landon Kreitzer. Kreitzer will dribble handoff. Back to Albrecht. He'll take a three from the right wing, and that's hard off the glass. But on the backside rebound, taken by number 20, he misses the first putback and misses the second putback. That was Parker Engelbright, and the Bears control the rebound. Bridger will come to the front court, right side. He'll dribble at Kyver. He'll cut backdoor, has to throw it back out to Jace. Now Olsen, and into the high post to Marble. Back cut beautiful from Bridger Barfus, and Gehrig finds him, but Bridger misses the layup. Owen Olsen on the rebound, and Kyver misses the 6-foot jump shot, and Olsen again on the rebound. So we can't find the basket here in the first minute. Bears will reset. Kyver left wing, now swinging around to Owen Olsen. Olsen left-hand dribble into the high post, that's cut off. Gehrig will get it in the right corner. Kyver comes through on the cut. He'll float one up off the rim, no foul called. And on the backside, Owen Olsen tries to go for the rebound, and they'll call him for the foul. Thought there was a little bit of contact there on the shot from Kyver.
Yeah, I mean, defender kept his hands up, but he came into him with his body. I think they could have called that a foul, but it is what it is early in the game. Just got to stay away from fouling if you're Owen now. Got an early one.
Still no score, 0-0, 6:25 to go in the first quarter. Cedar moving the ball around the perimeter. There's some pressure defense being put on the wings by Bridger Barfus and Kyver, making it very difficult for Cedar to run their offense here. There's almost a steal from Kyver, and he swats it away again. Active hands early. Shot clock's winding down to 7. Cedar still hasn't done anything on this possession. Now they get an easy drive down the left side, floated in for 2, and that's Easton Albrecht. So a beautiful defensive possession turns into a defensive lapse for the last 5 seconds of that clock, and they get an easy one. 2-0 Cedar. Kyver this time on a back cut, and he won't miss this one. He lays it up and in. Beautiful feed from Jace Roberts. Kyver again going for the steal. Here's a drive into the paint, fake look off, and a reverse layup is good from Landon Kreitzer. But Cedar doesn't get back. Kyver goes up for the layup, and he did. He took 3 steps. I think he thought he was a little closer to the basket than maybe he was.
Yeah, that's the hard part about those passes. I mean, if Kyver was sprinting straight down the middle of the floor, if you're going to turn around to try and find that pass, you are going to completely forget where you're at on the court. You're going to end up taking 3 steps like he did there. That's why coaches preach, if you're going to run down the court, you're giving yourself a layup off the glass, not straight on. It's just stuff like that happens.
So Cedar will inbound after the turnover. Mason Sorensen is checked into the game for the Bears, replacing Gehrig Marble. There's a left-hand drive by Albrecht. That's cut off. He'll swing it over on the left wing to Tate Stubbs. He'll drive hard down the left side. He'll go up and make the layup. The sophomore, Tate Hubbs, gives Cedar a 6-2 lead. Now Cedar's going to pressure. It's broken by the Bears, and Owen Olsen gets an easy backside layup as Kyver threw it to him from half court. He grabbed it and put it up and in.
You're going to have opportunities for that those kind of looks all night. I mean, they turn their back every time you cut. So
6-4, Cedar with the lead. Here's a drive by Albright. He'll kick it to the right wing to Stubbs, who just made a layup on the last possession. This time he fakes again, goes into Kyver's chest. Floats it up and in. I saw a sophomore in the starting lineup, and I thought, oh, this is interesting, but the kid can play. He's got 2 buckets early. Here's the Bears breaking the pressure again, and Kyver this time gets it on the backside and lays it up and in. So great job by breaking the press.
If you're Cedar, you've got to get out of the press. I mean, they can't do this much longer. They're just giving up too many easy layups.
8-6 Cedar, 4:22 to go in the first quarter. Here's a deflection by Kyver again on the right wing on the defense. Tried to be saved by Cedar, and I believe it goes off their foot.
Yep.
Off the foot of number 20, Parker Engelbright, and it'll be Bear ball. They'll inbound on the side in the back court. Bridger Barfus will bring it to the front court. He lobs into the high post to Mason Sorensen. He turns, has Bridger on a back cut, but the pass is deflected and taken away by Cedar. Albright brings it into the court, gets into the paint. Easy flip over to 23, Carson Visser, who is checked in, and he scores. So Cedar's doing a great job of getting to the basket. And they lead 10-6 early. Here's a pass inside to Owen Olson. That's knocked away and out of bounds. .342 to go in the first. 10-6 Cedar. Kyver will handle the inbound under the basket. They'll set a screen for Mason. He comes around. Now they'll lob into Olson on the left block. He'll kick it out to Jace. Wide open three, and it's good. Jace Roberts gets into the scoring column. 10-9, the lead for the Cedar Reds. Now coming back the other way. Jace gets his hands, deflects it. Kyver picks it up. He's running down the lane, and that's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. The Bears will inbound under their own basket.
You know, that three-pointer is something that we haven't seen in almost a week. Tuesday, they did not hit a single three-pointer, which is absurd to think about. But, I mean, Jace stepping up right there and knocking it down.
We're 1 for 1 tonight.
We're 1 for 1. Well, again, knock on wood.
Here's Kyver up top. Braden Ritter has checked in now for the Bears. They'll throw it into the other side of the post to Jace. He works his way to the middle, back to the baseline. He'll go up for the shot. It's blocked as the double team got there. He gets his own recovers and gets the ball. Now they'll throw it back to Ritter in the post. He'll throw up the right-handed hook shot, and it's good. Braden Ritter from about 5 feet floated it up and in, and now the Bears have their first lead, 11-10. Albrecht will bring it down the right wing. Kyver's there to meet him. Kyver's got his hands on a lot of balls here early. Cedar now swings it around to the left side of the floor. Bridger Barfus defending on that wing. They'll throw it up top. Here's a three from Carson Visser, and that's long off the back of the rim, and there's a battle for the rebound, and they say out of bounds off Cedar. Bear River will take over.
Yeah, the Bears are going to win this. Well, they're going to win this first quarter on defense. I mean, Cedar comes out, and you can tell they want this bad. I mean, their bench is hyped up. They're fired up. They're clapping on defense. And, yeah, the Bears got a lockdown on defense in the first quarter to really make a statement.
Bears have it on the left wing with Ritter. They'll throw it into the high post to Garrick Marble. And I believe they'll call the defender for a push as Garrick went for the ball. That is 23 Carson Visser. Couple of fresh substitutions come in now for Cedar as Tate Stubbs checks back in along with Landon Kreitzer. Bridger will inbound. They'll lob it into Braden in the post. He goes up, the shot's over the defender, and it's good. Beautifully floated up and in from Braden Ritter. Back-to-back buckets for him. 13-10 Bears. Left wing now, the Reds. They'll throw up a three. That bounces off the backboard and off the rim. Ritter can't handle the rebound. It's grabbed by Cedar. They'll kick it out for another left wing three, and this one's good. Hayden Key, the junior guard, knocks it down. 13 all. Just under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Cedar puts pressure on again. Bridger Barfus breaks it. Gets it to Cash Avery, who has just checked in for the Bears. Now Marble has it up top above the three-point line. They'll swing it over to Jace Roberts. Roberts now looks to drive. That's cut off. Looks for a cutter. Nothing doing. Swing it around to Garrick on the right wing. Now into the post to Braden Ritter. He turns and faces up. Looks at the cutters going through. Now makes his move to the basket. Kicks it out to Cash Avery. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Ritter in the corner. 4, 3, 2. He doesn't know the time, and he throws it into Marble, and the shot clock expires. I think Jace has got to know in that situation we can't get it to Braden that far away from the basket.
No, I mean,
put him in a tough spot.
I don't think he wants to shoot that shot, and, you know, I mean, he didn't have a very good angle on the shot clock anyways, so yeah. Jace has got to come get the ball from him and take it upon himself.
1:15 to go in the first quarter. Tie game, 13 all. Cedar on the left wing. They'll take a strong drive into the high post. Hand back to Albrecht, who takes the 16-foot jump shot, and that's short. Rebound by Jace. Outlet to Bridger Barfus. Kick across court to Garrick. He looks inside to Cash Avery. He's got it on the left block. Now he'll throw it back out to Jace at the top of the three-point line. Back to Garrick on the left block. He's faced up to the basket. Ritter cuts through. He's got it near the basket. Goes up again. Floats another right-hand hook. That's missed. Rebounded by Cedar. They're off and running down the right side. It's Landon Kreitzer. He fakes the three. Kicks it up top to Stubbs.
Bridger's doing an excellent job in the post on their big man right now.
Yes, he is. Here's a deep three from the right wing from Landon Kreitzer, and it's good. 16-13 Cedar. 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Bears can take the last shot if they want. Bridger looks over at Coach Shaw. Got to do something that counts on. Now he gets a screen from Garrick Marble, and they'll call him for the offensive foul. He leaned just a little bit on the screen, and I could see it from here, and the official wasn't going to let that one go. I think it was a little bit of an acting job on the Cedar, but he sold it.
To me, it looked like there might have been a little shove from the Cedar player that was guarding Garrick, too, to make it look worse, too. But, I mean, either way, still a foul.
Cedar on the other end runs a little pass to the wing, and they cut through and lay it up and in, and Cedar has come out with a lot of energy, and they've tried to get to the basket, and they've knocked down some big threes. They'll take the 5-point lead at the end of the first quarter. It's 18 for Cedar, 13 for our Bears on 104.9 The Ranch.
Always choose the best for your table.
If you enjoyed a delicious bowl of cereal this morning, chances are it was produced by Post Consumer Brands cereals right here in Tremonton. Post is involved in every aspect of the community. If you like high-quality, value-priced cereal, Post Consumer Brands has all your favorites because they are true to their roots.
IFA and Tremonton's holiday sale runs through December 2nd, which includes a 2-day Black Friday sale November 24th and 25th. All clothing and accessories and all toys 20% off. Insulated footwear 25% off. See store for details. IFA and Tremonton. Online at IFACountryStores.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Start of the second quarter, Bears down by 5. I don't know if Cedar could have played much better in that first quarter, so you think things will level out just a little bit, but give credit to them. They came out with a lot of energy.
Yeah, I mean, in the first quarter, they definitely came out and they wanted it more, which is something that I'm sure was addressed in the huddle there.
Cedar has it to start the second quarter. They'll swing it around the perimeter a few times, looking into the post. Nothing doing. The Bears' defense has been really good at times, and then at moments they've had lapses that's allowed Cedar to get some really easy shots.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they just get caught standing, and that can't happen, especially against this team. I mean, these guys want to shoot close to the basket.
Here Stubbs gets into the high post. There's a good defensive possession as he banks that one off the glass. The Bears will get out in transition. Here's the first possession of the game for Kaser Thurgood, who has checked in. Ritter has it at the high post. They'll get it into Garrick. He turns, faces up, takes a little 6-foot fade away. It's missed, but there's Owen Olson inside with the rebound, trying to rip it away, and they'll tie him up for a jump ball.
Garrick's got to keep going to work. I mean, there's not I personally don't think that there's a single person on the floor for Cedar that can guard Garrick if he really wants to make a difference on offense.
Kyver will inbound. Rader gets it on the right. Reader gets it. Ritter. It's Braden Ritter. He goes up in his foul.
Raider.
I'm telling you, got brain fog going today bad. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2. They all know what I meant, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're put the 2 and 2 together.
First free throw is short.
You know, if you have to resort to numbers, I mean, they're right there. So, number 21 at the free throw line.
Nice. Couple subs here, and the officials talking to the scorekeepers. Little delay in the action. Not really sure what there is to discuss, but here we go. Second free throw. It's up, and it's good. 3-point lead for Cedar, 18-15.
Good start for Braden Ritter so far.
Yeah. Albrecht beats the pressure from Olson, now throws over to the right wing. Another 3 is up, and this one's again long off the back rim, and an easy offensive rebound for Cedar, and then they miss the wide open layup. Here come the Bears. Kyver has it left wing. He'll throw it into Ritter again in the post. Back to Kyver on the cut. Oh, he's bumped and fouled hard as he goes up for the shot. I like that one. And Kyver will be at the line for 2.
You know, one thing on the defensive end that the Bears have got to do better, they've got to start boxing out. I mean, they're even on that one that Garrick just got and pulled down, he didn't box out. He happened to just be in the right place at the right time.
First free throw is good from Kyver.
And, I mean, they don't get that shot. Owen Olsen reaches, gets himself off balance. They've just got to play defense with their hands out. That's bottom line. They can't just try to go for steals. I mean, they batted a few away in the first quarter, but can't rely on that the rest of the game.
Second free throw is good. Cuts the lead to 1, 18-17 Cedar. Albrecht now with Kyver pressuring him down the court. He'll throw it to the left wing to Stubbs. Stubbs throws it up top to Taylor Davis. Now swing it around to Jeter. Now back up top to Davis. He fakes right, goes left into the post. Fadeaway jump shot from 8 feet. That's missed.
No box out.
Owen Olsen just stood there and waited for the ball, and they step in front of him and take it away.
I mean, Ritter didn't even box out on that one either. And I don't want to dog on these guys, but they've got to start boxing out. I mean, there was nothing there. They just turned and stared.
Yeah, that one was bad. And even Olsen, as soon as he saw the kid step in front of him and grab, he shook his head. Like, what am I doing here?
Yeah. No, they've got to change that earlier, else this could, I mean, that could make a huge difference.
Anyone that gets 3 shots of possession is going to eventually put one in the basket.
Yeah.
Here's Cedar. They'll take a right wing 3. That's just a little bit left off the rim, and there's Garrick Marble under the basket. He corrals the rebound. Here's Kyver going all the way down to the basket and lays it up and in. Picked his way through a bunch of defenders.
He's doing what he always does best. I don't know why I butchered that saying. Could not talk.
Something's in the air tonight. Cedar on the other end. Here's a fake 3 and drive down the right side. Oh, nice move to the basket. He comes up short on the shot, but there's a late whistle, and they'll say he was fouled on the shot, and he'll get 2 free throws. That's number 24, Ty Stubbs. Yeah, there's got to be a concerted effort here from the Bears side to really get in front of people on the drive. There's been too many easy drives to the basket, which have resulted in either a layup or a dish off to someone else for a layup.
I mean, yeah, and going back to the defensive rebounding side of things, I mean, the Bears absolutely killed it on the boards the other night against Clearfield.
Yes, they did.
That Clearfield team, I hate to say it, and you know what? Like, right now it doesn't look like it, but they have a lot more weapons than this Cedar team does. And so it's frustrating to see them get out-rebounded by Cedar when they absolutely crushed Clearfield.
Stubbs makes both free throws for Cedar. They lead 20-19. Thurgood has it for the Bears on the other end. He'll bring it up the top of the key, swing it over to Kyver on the left side. He'll fake the pass, drive into the paint. Gets to about 6 feet, throws it cross court to Thurgood. He'll take the catch and shoot 3. That's long off the back rim. Kyver chases it down and throws it off the Cedar player, and that'll be out of bounds. The Bears will keep it. Good hustle play from Kyver Jensen. Cedar will sub a couple of fresh bodies in here as Parker Englebright comes back in, and Tate Stubbs, who made 3 baskets in the first quarter. Kyver will inbound, floats it into Tyden Jones, who has checked in. They'll swing it around. They'll swing it up top to Olsen. His 3 is a little hard off the back iron. And rebound taken by Cedar. 20-19 Cedar. 4:57 to go in the second quarter. Albrecht swings it around to Hayden Key. Now back to Albrecht. He'll back up towards half court, looking to make a drive on Kyver. He'll go right dribble into the high post, swing it to the corner, wrap it back around to the wing. Fake a shot, drive to the basket, miss a wide open layup, and there's another offensive rebound for Cedar by Parker Englebright, and as he goes up, he's fouled and will shoot 2.
Yeah,
so
again,
2 things on that one. Straight line drive from Hayden Key. Luckily, he missed the layup, but like you mentioned, Dax, no rebound.
I mean, the only reason that this game is not a 26-20 game for Bear River right now is because, well, heck, even a 19-15 game right now is because Bear River is just not rebounding the ball. I mean, right there, if you're watching the live stream, you see 3 guys standing in the paint just watching, like, well, are you going to get it? And none of them got it.
It's also a great reminder, tonight's game is being live streamed at CashValleyDaily.com, videoed for all of our road games this season. Makes one of two. It's 21-19 Cedar. The Bears break the pressure, get it down to Owen Olson on the right wing. Back up top, Bridger Barfus swinging around to Mason Sorensen. He looks to make a move to the basket. He'll hand back to Owen. Now they'll post up Mason. He's got it if he wants it. He goes up, floats it up, and in. Nice strong move from Mason. So the defender tried to come over and ended up bouncing right off of him, and the Bears tie the game at 21. Albrecht the other way for Cedar. Fakes a pass out, takes a 4-foot fadeaway jump shot, and it's good.
That's a really tough shot there.
Easton Albrecht, the senior point guard. Cedar will pressure again on the made shot. They'll swing it to Kyver, swing it cross court to Bridger. Beautifully done. He throws it under to Tyden Jones, and he lays it up and in. The Bears have done a great job of breaking the pressure. 23 all.
Which is why I hope Cedar stays in it.
Yes, gotten our best looks out of their press. Cedar on the other end, they'll hand to Ty Stubbs. Ty and Tate have got to be twin brothers. There's Ty and Tate Stubbs out there for Cedar. Both sophomores.
I see it.
Yeah. Both can play. They'll try and throw it into the corner, and that's taken away by Owen Olson as he steps into a passing lane. Kyver down the right wing. He'll take a deep three, and it's good. Kyver Jensen. No one came out to close out. And he says, all right, I'll take the 26-footer. He knocks it down, and the Bears have a 3-point lead. Is that about 26 feet out there, by the way?
Roughly.
Okay.
I mean, from the Bobcat, so.
We'll take a timeout as Cedar calls it. Bears by 3. You're listening to 104.9 The Ranch.
A few years ago, my wife of 37 years, Sherry, passed away from cancer. Red Funeral Home was amazing when it came to taking care of my family's needs. If you're in that situation, contact Red Funeral Home. Let Joe and Josh Rudd serve your family in your time of need.
Your pipes are out of sight, out of mind, and could be out of date. We can fix it today.
Mike Nor Plumbing can change out your old pipes for new state-of-the-art pipes to keep your family healthy and safe. 257-0646. Online at MikeNorPlumbing.com.
IFA and Tremonton's holiday sale continues through December 2nd. Lazy One pajamas are 25% off. Camp Chef and Traeger grills on sale, plus grab all the accessories. All toys 15% off. This and more at IFA and Tremonton. See stores for details online at IFACountryStores.com.
With the holidays upon us, you have many choices when it comes to shopping for your family's feast. You should shop with a locally owned store like Kent's Market in Tremonton, your local hometown grocer. More information at kentsgrocery.com.
Your cash.
3:14 to go in the second quarter. The Bears have a 3-point lead after Kyver's big three-pointer from the right wing.
We did the math, and you were right. It was exactly 26 feet. So
I'm pretty good with distance judgment, you know.
Yeah.
After the timeout, Cedar will bring it to the front court. Albrecht gets it into the high post. They'll turn to face up. Kyver comes over to harass him. They're really not even guarding him. He'll hand back. Swing it around to Albrecht again.
I like this defensive set that they're in right now.
Here's a three from the right wing. Rattles around the rim and comes off. Offensive rebound again, and back up and in is number 20, Parker Engelbright.
You know, Garrick fought for it, but again, there was just a missed box out.
Bears get into the left corner to Kyver. He'll throw it into the post to Gehrig. He'll look, gets to about 6 feet, turns, shoots the shot. No foul, no shot. And on the rebound, here comes Cedar the other way, and Kyver with active hands again knocks it down and takes it away. And this time, Coach Shaw will call a timeout to settle things down. 2:26 to go. Let's take one more short break. You're listening to Bear River Bears basketball on 104.9 The Ranch.
Pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
2:26 to go until halftime. The Bears by 1, 26-25. Tonight's game being powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Adams Wealth Advisors wants to understand your family, job, hobbies, and goals to earn your long-term financial trust. Thanks to Adams Wealth Advisors for sponsoring tonight's game. Bears will have the ball. They'll have to inbound in the backcourt. Cedar will put on some full court pressure. They'll get it into Jace. They'll come to trap. He breaks the trap, gets it to half court, swings it over to Olsen, back to Bridger, and he goes up for the layup and a backside rejection by number 35, Taylor Davis. Ball's out of bounds. Bear River will keep it. Bridger to inbound. Kyver cuts through. Jace cuts through. Now Olsen cuts through, and he gets it. The third guy through can't handle the pass. It's taken away by Cedar. They'll rush down the floor and throw it ahead to 35, Taylor Davis, and it goes off of his hands and out of bounds. Had a layup if he would have caught it. Had some mustard on it. Full court pressure again from Cedar. Kyver lobs it ahead to Jace on the left wing. He'll throw it cross court to Bridger. He fakes a three, gets to 12 feet. And that's perfect. Good looking jump shot from Bridger. And the Bears extend their lead to 28-25. Now the Bears will come out to pressure near half court. Kyver deflects it. And they will say Kyver bumped him as he tried to reach in for the steal. It was a good thing they called the foul because it was about to be a turnover.
You know, in those scenarios where you have a trap in the corner, I don't love the reaching. I think if you play it straight up, you're more likely to steal the ball because they're going to have to jump and try to throw it through your hands or whatever, and it usually just doesn't go the way they want. So reaching is only going to get you a foul. Ooh.
Here's a rejection on the other end by Garrick Marble as they got the ball into the post to Taylor Davis, the big center, and he went up for a shot, and Garrick was having none of it. Swatted emphatically out of bounds. So Cedar will inbound under the basket. Albright will trigger it. He'll throw it in to Davis. He'll fake the shot, now swing it over. He'll take a right wing three. Looks good. It's a little bit long, and this time there are three Bears players there to grab that rebound, and they'll swing it ahead to Owen Olsen. Now Barfus will handle on the left wing. He'll let everyone get set up. Garrick will come to retrieve it in the high post. He turns and faces up. Bridger cuts through. Reverse layup is good. That has been a staple for the Bears offense all season long, and there's another easy layup. Bears up 30-25.
And again, there's Garrick Marble making an impact with passing the ball. Great facilitating so far in this game.
Albright will drive to the basket. Bridger's there to cut him off, and that was the most awkward floater I've ever seen, and it hit nothing but the bottom of the net. 30-27, Bears by 3. Here's a steal from Cedar. Their pressure finally created a turnover. And now Albright will left-hand dribble to the top of the three-point line, gets into the paint. Whoa, tries to swing it over in the corner, and it was off a foot of the Bears defender and out of bounds.
Kyver is a phenomenal soccer player, too. Basketball is not his only sport. He's a soccer player, so makes sense.
He got a good foot on that one. Just under a minute to go. Bears by 3. Jeter handles up top for Cedar. He'll swing it over to Kreitzer, who goes all the way to the basket, tries to float up a wild shot, hits off the side of the backboard, and Jace Roberts rebounds. Down to Kyver, 26 to go in the first half. Now Jace takes a left wing three, looks good. Ooh, just a hair hard. And that's rebounded by Albright. Looked good.
No, I'm glad Jace shot that. That's a good look, and especially where he's already knocked one down.
8 seconds to go in the half. Cedar down 3. Kyver sticks his leg out again, and this time they'll call him for a kick ball as there's 4.5 seconds to go in the first half. Tate Stubbs will trigger the inbound. They'll throw it in. They have 3, 2. Here's a deep 3 from Albright. Hard off the backboard. Watch your face, Garrick. And that will end the first half. Bears struggle to get through the first quarter and a half, but as the half went on, they imposed their will a little bit more, and they're going to get out of the first half with a 3-point lead. Bear River 30, Cedar 27. We'll be back for our halftime show on 104.9 The Ranch.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
So you're looking for new insurance for your car or your home. Where do you start? Ask someone you can trust, like your local Utah Bear River Mutual independent agent. Call us today at 695-2300.
Bear River Mutual.
Wonder why Riverside Corner Sinclair on Valley View Highway is so darn busy? It's because they serve up the best hot made-to-order breakfast, lunch, and dinners around. And it just gets better and better. Make sure to stop and fill up your car and yourself at Riverside Corner Sinclair.
Do you have a backup generator, or have you explored the options of adding one to your home? Golden Spike Electric can find the right model for your needs. Find them online at gsegenerators.com or call 435-257-3016.
Looking for a new toy this year? Fun is at Spike Power Sports in Tremonton. They carry Polaris and Honda machines to get you into the backcountry safe and sound. Spike Polaris has a machine you'll love. Spike Power Sports, Tremonton, online at gspike.com. Cooler weather is here, and winter is just around the corner. Now is the time to prepare your home so you don't have any cold weather issues. Stop in and talk to Tom and his team at Greer's Do It Best Hardware in Tremonton. They'll help you get ready for the cold winter months.
During the holidays, many times we forget to say thanks. At Bob's Body Shop, they truly are thankful for the customers who have kept them going for over 25 years. Call Bob's Body Shop today at 257-7825.
Do you know who to call when you need your electrical system serviced? Gem Electric in Tremonton can get you taken care of. That's John Miller at Gem Electric. Call Gem Electric today at 257-7113. You'll find their service and expertise is shocking.
Yes Printing in Tremonton and Brigham City offers schools, church groups, and nonprofits an exclusive 5-cent per copy for color copies. They have the fastest, highest quality printers in northern Utah at the lowest cost to you, less than black and white. Yes Printing in Tremonton and Brigham City.
For over 70 years and 3 generations, Hanson Motors has held the belief that they're not just selling cars, they're building relationships. Voted the #1 auto dealer and #1 service center in the Best of Northern Utah contest. Hanson Motors, a family-driven tradition rooted in community.
Baking is a central part of any celebration. When selecting your flour, make sure you use one with hand-selected grains, expertly milled for passionate bakers. Central Milling, Red Rose, and Gilt Edge Flour are those brands. Always choose the best for your table.
If you enjoyed a delicious bowl of cereal this morning, chances are it was produced by Post Consumer Brands cereals right here in Tremonton. Post is involved in every aspect of the community. If you like high-quality, value-priced cereal, Post Consumer Brands has all your favorites because they are true to their roots.
IFA and Tremonton's holiday sale runs through December 2nd, which includes a 2-day Black Friday sale November 24th and 25th. All clothing and accessories and all toys 20% off. Insulated footwear 25% off. See store for details. IFA and Tremonton. Online at ifacountrystores.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
This is Greg Madsen. A few years ago, my wife of 37 years, Sherry, passed away from cancer. Red Funeral Home was amazing when it came to taking care of my family's needs. If you're in that situation, contact Red Funeral Home. Let Joe and Josh Rudd serve your family in your time of need.
Your pipes are out of sight, out of mind, and could be out of date. We can fix it today.
Mike Nor Plumbing can change out your old pipes for new state-of-the-art pipes to keep your family healthy and safe. 257-0646. Online at MikeNorPlumbing.com.
IFA and Tremonton's holiday sale continues through December 2nd. Lazy One pajamas are 25% off. Camp Chef and Traeger grills on sale, plus grab all the accessories. All toys 15% off. This and more at IFA and Tremonton. See stores for details online at ifacountrystores.com.
With the holidays upon us, you have many choices when it comes to shopping for your family's feast. You should shop with a locally owned store like Kent's Market in Tremonton, your local hometown grocer. More information at kentsgrocery.com.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
So you're looking for new insurance for your car or your home. Where do you start? Ask someone you can trust, like your local Utah Bear Mutual independent agent. Call us today at 695-2300.
Bear River Mutual.
Wonder why Riverside Corner Sinclair on Valley View Highway is so darn busy?
Welcome back, Bears fans. It's halftime with our Bears leading 30-27 over the Cedar Reds. Tonight's game, some of our great sponsors, Greer's Hardware. Tom Greer and his team at Greer's Do It Best Hardware can help you solve your home repair issues. Call them at 257-7749. Greer's Do It Best Hardware is always looking to improve your shopping experience. See them at the Tremont Center or call 257-7749. Special thanks again to Greer's Hardware. Well, Daxon, it was definitely a better offensive performance for the Bears in the first half. There's been some good, but there's also been a few things that they need to clean up moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears they're doing a pretty good job. I'll give it to them. I'll give this to them. They're doing a pretty good job at reading the offense, seeing where they're going to throw it. They're getting their hands on balls. They're just not bringing them in, and then they're getting out of place. A few things that I would clean up, that I would definitely, I bet they've been talked to about this. Coach Shaw and Coach Sorensen and Coach Miller do a great job, but I'm sure they've been talked to about boxing out. That has been the biggest thing for them in this first half. Cedar, honestly, I don't think that's a team that should put 27 on them and keep this close, but they've just given them too many second, third, fourth chance points, and they can't do that for the rest of the game. And I think you come out at halftime and you see that that's not going to happen for the rest of the game. I hope not. Two, I think the guards up front have got to stop reaching. They reach, they get off balance, and then the next thing you know, the guy's driving to the basket. He's got a dish off to the corner. He's got a big guy posted up. He's got to look at the basket, and you can't have that. So just little stuff that they clean up, and it's a totally different ball game.
Yeah, the big thing for me that I noticed that Cedar did well is they took advantage of the Bears' aggressiveness on the perimeter, and when they could get drives to the basket, they were successful. Either they got a shot for themselves or they dished it underneath for an easy layup from somewhere else. They got a few three-point looks from that. But as you mentioned, Dax, the Bears have got to do a way better job on the defensive rebounding, and that's actually an area where the Bears have been pretty good for the early portions of the season. They've really dominated the rebounding in most of their games. So we'll see if that changes in the second half. We'll see how the Bears come out, but give credit to Cedar. They played an aggressive first half. They came out. They're eager to pick up their first win, and they will trail just by 3. We've got a couple minutes to go here before we kick things off in the third quarter. We will take another break. You're listening to 104.9 The Ranch, your home for Bear River Bears basketball.
Hot made-to-order breakfast, lunch, and dinners around, and it just gets better and better. Make sure to stop and fill up your car and yourself at Riverside Corner Sinclair.
Do you have a backup generator, or have you explored the options of adding one to your home? Golden Spike Electric can find the right model for your needs. Find them online at gsegenerators.com or call 435-257-3016.
Looking for a new toy this year? Fun is at Spike Power Sports in Tremonton. They carry Polaris and Honda machines to get you into the backcountry safe and sound. Spike Polaris has a machine you'll love. Spike Power Sports, Tremonton, online at gspike.com. Cooler weather is here, and winter is just around the corner. Now is the time to prepare your home so you don't have any cold weather issues. Stop in and talk to Tom and his team at Greer's Do It Best Hardware in Tremonton. They'll help you get ready for the cold winter months.
During the holidays, many times we forget to say thanks. At Bob's Body Shop, they truly are thankful for the customers who have kept them going for over 25 years. Call Bob's Body Shop today at 257-7825.
Do you know who to call when you need your electrical system serviced? Gem Electric in Tremonton can get you taken care of. That's John Miller at Gem Electric. Call Gem Electric today at 257-7113. You'll find their service and expertise is shocking.
Welcome back, Bears fans, as we get ready to start the second half with the Bears leading 30-27 over the Cedar Reds. As a reminder, tonight's game is being streamed live at CashValleyDaily.com. For the latest news, latest scores, and replays of tonight's game, visit CashValleyDaily.com or download the new Cache Valley Daily mobile app, Cache Valley's premier choice for local news. Also, thanks to Yes Printing. Yes Printing has the world's fastest, lowest cost color printing available. Stop in today at 340 West Main, Tremonton, or in Brigham City. So we're getting ready to start here, as it will be Cedar with the ball to start the third quarter. Maybe we're not ready to start. We shall see.
The refs are talking about what they had for lunch today. That's what's going
I
on.
hope it was good.
Yeah.
Ball's in play. Second half underway with the Bears leading by 3. Here's a steal on the first possession by Bridger Barfus. He steps into the passing lanes, takes it, gets all the way to the basket. Beautiful move. Left-handed layup is good.
Wow.
Bridger Barfus with an energy play to kick things off in the second half. It's 32-27.
He fakes that spin and absolutely put the defender in a blender there.
Here's another pass on the other end with pressure from the Bears. It's a turnover, and the Bears come out with a little more intensity and energy, and it's a score and a turnover. The inbound goes to Jace Roberts, who's out there with Bridger Barfus, Kyver Jensen, Owen Olson, and Garrig Marble. Kyver looks a back cut for Garrig. Garrig, I think, looked like he started, then maybe stopped for just a second, and that pass goes out of bounds.
I mean, I think he would have had a dunk there if he keeps running, but kind of second-guessed himself, which kind of been the story of the season for him, honestly. Gets the ball in the post and gets an opportunity and just kind of thinks too much, and he's just got to let it fly.
Cedar on the other end. Stubbs takes a drive to the basket, goes up with the left hand, and Bridger Barfus had his right hand draped over him, and he'll get the call. Be 2 shots for Tate Stubbs. The sophomore has looked good in this game. His free throw is up, and that's just a little hard off the back iron. Second free throw. That's up, and that's good. First points of the second half for Cedar. Makes the score 32-28 Bear River. Marble now throws it over to Olson as they break the pressure. He'll take the left-hand dribble, swing it over to the left wing to Jace Roberts. He'll drive into the high post, hand back to Bridger. Now back to Garrig as they'll reset the offense. There's a back cut from Bridger Barfus. He catches it, flips it up in the air, and scores. Kind of had to do a 360 spin to face the basket, but made the shot, and the Bears back up by 6. Here's a 3 on the other end for Albright.
Better box out there by Owen Olson.
Olson on the rebound. Barfus on the outlet to Garrig, and he goes up and lays it up and in, is fouled. Beautiful control from Garrig Marble as he caught it in a little bit of a crowd. Kind of Euro-stepped, I won't say a Euro-step, but a slow step to the basket. The defense cleared, and he laid it in and was fouled.
You know, I thought there for a sec we were going to have a dunk, but again, the crowd closed on him pretty quick.
Yeah, excellent control from Garrig. We've always known he's had great hands. Good with his feet, and the free throw is missed just to the left. Rebound Cedar, and they're off and rolling down the right side of the court. Fake the 3, throw it into the low post to Englebright. Kick it back out on the right wing. Here's a drive to the basket. That's cut off. They'll throw it cross court, back up top. There's a catch and shoot 3. That's short off the rim by Hayden Key. Kyver will outlet to Garrig again. He gets into the post, throws it up off the glass, and scores. That time the defense was right there, and he was just able to shoot it over the top. Good job on the outlet pass.
We're getting a little bit of a glimpse of what we expect from Garrig.
And now it's the Bear River sideline that's pumped up and fired up. And the Bears have now stretched their lead to 10, 38-28. We'll take a short break on 104.9 The Ranch.
Tremonton and Brigham City offer schools, church groups, and nonprofits an exclusive 5 cent per copy for color copies. They have the fastest, highest quality printers in northern Utah at the lowest cost to you, less than black and white. Yes, printing in Tremonton and Brigham City.
For over 70 years and 3 generations, Hanson Motors has held the belief that they're not just selling cars, they're building relationships. Voted the #1 auto dealer and #1 service center in the Best of Northern Utah contest. Hanson Motors, a family-driven tradition rooted in community.
Welcome back. We're in the third quarter, 6:06 to go. Bears by 10, 38-28.
The Bears getting a little bit of a spark from Garrig Marble for the first time this week. So that's good to see.
Yes, we know what Garrig is capable of, and there's actually a handful of players on this team that have all the ability in the world. And I think you get this sometimes early in the season where everyone's just trying to figure out who needs to do what when and how I can contribute the best. A nice spurt from the Bears. Oh, there's a beautiful backdoor cut from Cedar, and they missed the wide open layup. Rebound corralled by the Bears. They'll outlet down the right side to Bridger. He's cut off as he goes to the basket, tries to bounce it over to Gehrig, and it's deflected nicely out of bounds by Cedar. Good recovery defense from the Reds.
You know, I like that look, that little unselfish pass into Gehrig. I mean, it gets knocked away, but still, that's a good look.
Here's a lob into the high post to Gehrig on the inbound. He'll swing it over to Olsen. Olsen fakes the drive, kicks it back to Bridger. He'll also try and drive baseline. That's cut off. Now he'll get baseline, swing it over to Olsen, swing it around to Kiver. He'll fake the three, drive to the basket, right-hand layup, just a little hard off the iron. That's rebounded by Cedar, and they're off in transition. It's a 3-on-1. They'll throw it to the right side, up for the layup, and that's missed short off the rim. That was a tough break there for Cedar. Is needed to convert on that 3-on-1. Kiver will take a deep three from the right wing. That's just a little short. Jace on the backside rebound. Left-hander goes up and scores. Nice left-handed finish from Jace.
Jace doing the smart thing there. You've got a deep shot from one side. Most likely that thing's going to go off the rim if it misses to the other side, and Jace is right there for it.
Cedar on the other end. They'll swing it around the perimeter. They'll get it over on the right wing. Ball handled by Jonathan Jeter. They'll swing it up top to Landon Kreitzer. Over to Stubbs. He'll take a lefty three from the left wing, and that's off the right side of the rim, and there's Owen Olsen on the rebound. Kiver comes front court. Left-handed dribble all the way to the baseline. Floated off the glass. Ooh, looked good. Comes up just a little short. Long outlet pass. Here comes Cedar again on the fast break. This time it's Key all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in, but they say offensive foul as Bridger Barfus was back to defend it. They say he was setting in position and give the offensive foul to Hayden Key.
Barfus and Roberts both covered that fast break perfect. Barfus gets in front of him, sets up for the charge. Jace sprints from the three-point line on one side to get in front of the other guy on the running down the other lane. That's perfect. That's textbook on how you cover a fast break.
Cedar will extend their defense here to pressure the Bears on the inbound. Jace has it half court. Now they do get it across the timeline. 4:26 to go, 40 for the Bears, 28 for Cedar. Bridger Barfus will handle near half court. Now they'll lob it into Gehrig. He comes out above the three-point line. Now Kiver has it. Right-hand dribble. Gets to the high post. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go again. Swing it back to Jace. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bridger has it. He'll take the deep three from the left side. Ooh, look good, and that comes off. Tapped out by Gehrig, and Jace retrieves it. New shot clock for the Bears. Kiver gets it on the left side. Lets the defense clear by as he faked the shot and then went up for the layup and scored. And Cedar wants another timeout as the Bears have extended their lead to 14. 42 for Bear River, 28 for Cedar. 3:52 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Bear River Bears basketball on 104.9 The Ranch.
Any celebration. When selecting your flour, make sure you use one with hand-selected grains, expertly milled for passionate bakers. Central Milling, Red Rose, and Gilt Edge Flour are those brands. Always choose the best for your table.
If you enjoyed a delicious bowl of cereal this morning, chances are it was produced by Post Consumer Brands cereals right here in Tremonton. Post is involved in every aspect of the community. If you like high-quality, value-priced cereal, Post Consumer Brands has all your favorites because they are true to their roots.
IFA and Tremonton's holiday sale runs through December 2nd, which includes a 2-day Black Friday sale November 24th and 25th. All clothing and accessories and all toys 20% off. Insulated footwear 25% off. See store for details. IFA and Tremonton. Online at ifacountrystores.com.
3:53 to go in the third quarter. Bears by 14. As we mentioned, Dax, at halftime, the Bears were out here just barely before the start of the third quarter, and I think they were getting an earful, and it worked.
I hate to say it, but they deserved it.
Here's a nice back cut from Hayden Key. He gets the pass and lays it up and in for a score. Makes the score 42-30. Bears again break the pressure. Bridger will hold at the top of the three-point line. There's Jace on a cut. Swings it around to Marble. Now back to Olsen. He'll get to 6 feet. Floated up with the left-handed score. Nicely done by Owen Olsen.
Good ball movement there by the Bears. Getting unselfish and willing to share the ball.
Here's an attempt at a steal from Bridger Barfus, and he makes contact. They'll call him for the foul. Bears back up 14, 44-30. As both teams will make some substitutions here. Mason Sorensen will check in for Garrick Marble, and Braden Ritter will come in for Jace Roberts. Albrecht will take it on the left wing. They'll try and throw it into the post, and Kyver again with the soccer foot kicks another one out of bounds.
That's all he knows. That's all he knows. It's in his DNA.
He just knows to stick the foot out. Stubbs will inbound for Cedar under their basket. Throw it out to Albrecht. Swing it around to the top of the three-point line. That's Kreitzer. He looks to make a move on Owen Olsen. Now he'll wait, and they'll swing through with Engelbright at the top of the three-point line and back over to Albrecht left wing. He'll make a drive to the basket, beats his man, and there's Mason Sorensen. Big 6'7" center for the Bears goes up and swats that one out of, well, into the hands of another Bearver player, and then they're fouled.
You know, a few times I think Mason's had the opportunity to block some shots, and he just jumps too early. On that one, he thought about jumping a little bit too early and kind of held off, and then timed it perfect on that second one. So,
by far the most athletic person on the floor when he's out there.
Fun fact, he's got a 43-inch vertical.
I believe it. Here's Olsen on the drive. He'll swing it over to Kyver in the corner. Oh, yeah, I thought they were going to call a charge. The Cedar defender jumped in front of him to try and cut him off, and I don't think he was quite set, and they'll get him for a block.
Or they could have just left it. Would have been an ankle breaker, and he hits a three, so that would have been cooler, I think.
Yeah, it would have. Olsen will inbound. He's out there with Kyver Jensen, Mason Sorensen, Bridger Barfus, and Braden Ritter. Nice inbound play to Bridger for a corner three. That's missed. Battle for the rebound, goes out of bounds. They say off Cedar, and the Bears will retain possession. 44-30 Bearver, 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Olsen will inbound. Stubbs defending. They'll throw it into Ritter up top. Kyver will come to retrieve. Ritter looks to set a screen. Now Ritter will break to the basket. They'll lob to him. He's got it down on the block. Makes a move to the middle. Fakes back to the left side. Oh, beautiful move. Left-hand layup is good.
That is a tough left-handed layup to make, especially for a big man who loves to use his right.
Man, he's made some nice moves early in the year. Cedar on the other end. Stubbs has it left wing. He'll throw into the post, and that's deflected out of bounds by Bridger Barfus as they were trying to get it into Taylor Davis.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, I don't know what was said at halftime, but it worked. This is a 16-3 half so far.
Cedar gets the ball inbounded. Kreitzer takes it, spin move back to the middle. He's from about 8 feet. He floats one up, and that's in. Nice shot from Landon Kreitzer, the senior. Bridger Barfus brings it to the front court for Bearver. They'll lob it to Mason Sorensen, who'll throw it over to Ritter on the left block. Now Mason comes and posts up. He looks to make a move back to the middle, has to throw it back out to Kyver Jensen, and they'll reset the offense. Kyver looks to drive, cut off nicely. This time they will call in for a charge. Yeah, I thought the defender both times really got into a nice position.
No, I mean, Kyver he fell in love with that baseline drive there and couldn't help but go left again. And
yeah,
that's too easy to anticipate, especially when you lower your shoulder like that. I mean, there's no other call than a charge.
Albrecht will bring it to the front court for Cedar. Good pressure defense applied by Olsen. They'll swing it over to Jeter, who hands back to Kreitzer. He's working on Sorensen down low. Mason reached over the top. I think he just needed to keep him straight up and he'd have been all right, but he fouls, and Cedar's going to the line to try and complete the three-point play.
Yeah, no, there's just been some discipline problems in this game so far for the Bears. I mean, in the first half it was rebounding, I think slapping, trying to reach, trying to get fouls that they just don't need in certain situations. And right there, I mean, it's as easy as keeping your hands up, but it is what it is now.
Free throw short, rebounded by Bridger Barfus, who averages almost 9 rebounds a game. He tries to go behind his back, but he ends up recovering. Throw it over to Kaser Thurgood, and he lays it up and in.
That is a tough pass to make, Bridger Barfus. Threading the needle there.
He's the Energizer Bunny out there. Did all the things on that play. Here's a three from the top of the three-point line, and it's knocked down.
Got to keep your hand up. Got to keep your hand up on defense, especially with a shooter.
48-37 Bears. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Thurgood breaks the pressure, gets it to Braden Ritter at the high post. He'll hand over to Bridger Barfus. Shoots a little jumper from the right free throw line extended. That's missed, and often the other way is Cedar. They get into the paint again, and another opportunity at a three-point play is this time it's Jeter who puts it in, and he's fouled.
Just like that. I mean,
back to single digits. It's 48-39. Cedar with a chance to cut this lead to 8.
Shots that the Bears do not need to take. Just, you've got to, they had a, what was it? It was a 15-point lead. You don't need to shoot those shots. You don't need to force nothing. Like, just, Brain's got going a million miles an hour, and just like that, Cedar finds himself back in this ball game.
Free throw is good by Jeter. And on the inbound, Sorensen throws it away, and another shot is up and good again, and Cedar's now within 7. Or they're within 6, 48-42. Cedar's got a guy down on the other end of the floor, and the official will stop play. I don't know, it was grabbing the lower leg or ankle. I don't know if he turned an ankle on that play. I can't see the number just yet. That's 33, Kreitzer, the senior. We'll hope that he's okay as he helped off the floor. Man, big push here from Cedar. They were down 16, and now it's a 6-point game, as there's just been a few mental lapses from the Bears. They had handled the pressure so well earlier, and now they've had a couple possessions here where they've seemed a little bit timid, whether that's just on the inbound or trying to break the press.
I mean, I think they're just trying to do things too much on the offensive end when they, they had a lead and they just forced things, and it doesn't work that way.
13 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's a pass into Ritter. That's almost taken away. He'll throw it over to Cash Avery. 8 seconds to go. Nothing doing so far on this possession. Cash Avery lobs it into Ritter in the post. He turns and tries to shoot. I think the pass there was a throw out to Bridger for a 3, but I think they get a foul. And that'll put Braden Ritter at the free throw line. Braden wasn't going to let the shot clock get him on that possession. No. He's like, I'm going up for the shot on this one.
He was aware. He knew exactly where he was at and what time he had.
First free throw is up, and that's hard. Off the back of the, I think that hit the backboard first, then the rim. We'll see if he can rein this one back a little bit. Second free throw is up, and that's missed as well. Rebound. Cedar heaves one from half court. That's short. And we're going to go to the fourth quarter with a little closer game than we thought we might have, as the Bears were up by as many as 16 in the third quarter. Cedar charges back to close to within 6. We got a good fourth quarter coming up for you. It's 48 for the Bears, 42 for Cedar on 104.9 The Ranch.
Political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
This is Greg Madsen. A few years ago, my wife of 37 years, Sherry, passed away from cancer. Red Funeral Home was amazing when it came to taking care of my family's needs. If you're in that situation, contact Red Funeral Home. Let Joe and Josh Rudd serve your family in your time of need.
Your pipes are out of sight, out of mind, and could be out of date. We can fix it today.
Mike Nor Plumbing can change out your old pipes for new state-of-the-art pipes to keep your family healthy and safe. 257-0646. Online at MikeNorPlumbing.com.
IFA and Tremonton's holiday sale continues through December 2nd. Lazy One pajamas are 25% off. Camp Chef and Traeger grills on sale, plus grab all the accessories. All toys 15% off. This and more at IFA and Tremonton. See stores for details online at IFACountryStores.com.
With the
start of the fourth quarter, Bears up by 6, 48-42. The Cedars found some momentum here to end the third quarter. It really all happened within the last 2.5 minutes of that quarter. The Bears, I believe, were up 48-32, and now it's 48-42.
I mean, not to dismiss anything that Cedar's done, but on the offensive end, the Bears have just, again, I mentioned before, they tried to force everything. They're forcing passes, forcing shots, and you can't do that in a game where you are leading.
Jace Roberts controls for the Bears. He'll get it to Olson, now into the post to Garrick Marble. Works to the middle, spins back right, goes up for the shot, and it's good. Garrick Marble calms the storm a little bit with that nice shot. The Bears back up by 8, 50-42. Here's a left-handed drive into the paint, and they'll call Jace Roberts for a bump.
No, they're going to call Garrick Marble.
Oh, is that under the basket?
Yeah.
Okay. So Garrick getting a little feisty here. He'll be called for the foul.
And that's one they've let go on both ends tonight. I'm sure they'll start picking up on it where it's a closer game.
Albrecht gets it in the right wing. Now he'll left-hand dribble over, throw it into the post. Good double team by Jace Roberts. Almost gets the steal, but Cedar recovers. Albrecht again tries to drive into the paint. Nothing doing. He'll swing it out to Jeter. And Jeter now hands back to Key. They'll swing it over for a 3 in the right corner. That's missed. Bears there on the rebound. It's handled by Cash Avery. Cash Avery out there with Garrick Marble, Kyver Jensen, Jace Roberts, and Owen Olson. Kyver gets to the high post. Throws over to Garrick in the left corner. He'll dribble around and then hand back to Roberts. Now Olson right wing.
The Skyview student section cheering for Cedar right now.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Little region rivalry. Want to make sure the Bears get a loss. They'll swing it over to Cash Avery for a 3 on the left wing, and that misses. Here comes Cedar the other way. Knocked away by Jace. Taken away. He'll look to outlet. Nothing doing. Hands over to Garrick. Now back to Jace. Kick it over to the left wing to Cash Avery. Owen Olson fakes the shot. Drives baseline. Throws it back to Garrick. And Jace saves it from going in the backcourt, and Kyver has it. Boy, Cedar has really picked up their defensive intensity here. The Bears scrambling just a little bit on this possession. There is a foul now called on Cedar. .6:18 to go in the game. Bears by 8, 50-42. Jensen will inbound. We'll throw it into Cash Avery in the right corner, who dribbles around to the wing, gets it into Garrick in the post, and there's another bump. You're right, Dax. They are going to tighten it up just a little bit.
I mean, that's something that if you're watching the live stream, you might have noticed. It's been aggressive, especially Cedar's big guy, number 20. What's his name?
Engelbright.
Engelbright. He's been super aggressive on the defensive end, and they've let a lot of that go.
Cash Avery will come to retrieve the inbound pass. They'll look
right
to get
here
it into
you see
Garrick.
him wrapping arms around his shoulders.
Garrick works to the middle, back to the baseline, goes up for the shot, and it is a foul. And they call it. This is just a tad late. And Garrick will go to the free throw line.
That's Engelbright's 4th, too. Or is that his 5th? Yep, that's his 5th.
5 fouls, so big moment in the game with 6:05 to go. Parker Engelbright will come out of the game with his 5th foul. They'll bring back in Taylor Davis, the big junior center, who's also played well at times in tonight's game. First free throw from Garrick is a little strong. That's one of those ones I tell my 6th graders sometimes, you missed it so bad you made it.
Yeah. No, I've definitely been around the block with that a time or
It was like a knuckleball that just stuck up there and fell through. The second one is perfect.
Made the adjustment on the second one, but yeah, the first one had me scared a little bit.
Bears by 10. Here's a 3 from the corner from Stubbs. That's missed. Battle for the rebound goes back to Cedar. Albright has it right wing.
Another missed box out there.
Stubbs takes a strong left-hand dribble into the paint, goes up for the wild shot. I think they bailed him out a little bit with a call.
Also, Kyver, I think, bailed him out because he slapped down there at the end.
Yeah,
I mean, he plays that straight up, and that's not a foul. That's just a great defensive play, and instead he decides to slap down. That's an easy call, whether Kyver actually hits him or not.
Yeah, it's one of those anticipation calls that they're going to blow it 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So Tate Stubbs steps to the free throw line. The lefty free throw rattles around and comes off. Bears still up 10, 52-42. Bridger Barfus is going to check back in for Cash Avery. Second free throw from Stubbs is up, and that's good. 9-point game. Outlet down the right side to Bridger Barfus. Beautiful bounce pass over to Kyver Jensen. And there to meet him at the rim was Carson Visser, I believe, number 23. And he goes up and gets the ball, but also gets the body, and Jensen will be at the free throw line for 2. First free throw is up, and that's good from Kyver.
We're at a point in the game now where the Bears cannot afford to miss free throws. They've got to start knocking them down, and right now Cedar's at 4 fouls, so once they hit that 5, it's going to be 2 shots for the rest of the game, and so the Bears got to be big on free throws. They got to step up and knock them down.
Kyver makes 2 on this possession, and the Bears by 11, 54-43. Here's Albrecht. He looks for a screen and doesn't use it. Kicks back. Here's a 3-pointer that's up and away, and it's good. Taylor Davis knocks it down, and Cedar loves it. They're now back within 8. 54-46. Pressure again in the backcourt. They slap down and get it away from Kyver. Another big possession here from Cedar. I'll swing it over into the right corner. Stubbs fakes a drive, dribbles back around the perimeter. Now he'll try and go at Kyver. Fakes one way, gets to about 8 feet, and knocks it down. Tate Stubbs, pressure again applied by Cedar as they're back to within 6. Bears break the pressure. Kyver fakes left, goes all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Beautiful move from Kyver Jensen, and Bears back up by 8, 56-48. Quickly the other way comes Cedar. They try and throw it back across. It's going to get into the backcourt. They say they saved it, but it goes to Kyver. Bears now on a 3-on-2. Kyver Euro steps to the paint, and they'll call the foul, and he'll get 2 shots. Somebody blew a shoe. I thought that was Kyver's shoe that went flying, but it wasn't. One of the Cedar players lost the shoe. He gets it back on.
And that foul put Bear River shooting 2 at the line, so they're in the bonus now, which could be a pretty big game changer here,
yeah,
especially the way that Cedar's playing right now. I mean, they're playing aggressive defense. They're trying to get up. They're trying to get steals. So you're going to see a lot more fouls and hopefully some made free throws for the Bears as Kyver misses.
Kyver misses the first.
Announcer jinx.
It's a real thing sometimes, it feels like.
I think I should probably just keep my mouth shut for the next 4 minutes and 41 seconds.
Kyver's second free throw is up, and it's perfect. Bears back up by 9. Got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 57 for the Bears, 48 for Cedar. You're listening to Bear River Bears basketball on 104.9 The Ranch.
Many choices when it comes to shopping for your family's feast. You should shop with a locally owned store like Kent's Market in Tremonton, your local hometown grocer. More information at kentsgrocery.com.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
So you're looking for new insurance for your car or your home. Where do you start? Ask someone you can trust, like your local Utah Bear River Mutual independent agent. Call us today at 695-2300.
Bear River Mutual.
4:41 to go in the game. 57 for our Bears, 48 for Cedar. In a game that was almost a runaway for the Bears midway through the third quarter as they were up big by 16. And Cedar found some energy. They found some defensive intensity. And then the Bears have made some silly mistakes. And here we are, 9-point game coming down the stretch. We'll see if the Bears can finish this one off. Here's Albrecht, swings it over to Stubbs, who's made some great plays in this game. He'll take the lefty shot from 17 feet, and he buries it again. He's definitely found some momentum. Oh, Bears beat the pressure. Jace has a straight line to the basket. Good recovery from Cedar, but Jace lays it up and in with the left hand anyway. Bears back by 9. Back and forth we go. Here's a drive by Albrecht into the lane, and they say they'll give Bridger the foul for, again, a reach in. He doesn't like it. Oh, they say a block. Cedar will inbound under their own basket. Stubbs will trigger the inbound, gets it over to Albrecht. He'll take a deep three from the right wing. That's missed. Backside rebound, Bridger Barfus leads the team in rebounds. Owen Olsen comes over to help him and get it away from him. And Kyver will handle. He'll throw it over in the corner to Jace. He drives hard baseline, nothing doing. He'll kick it back to Bridger. Just under 4 minutes to go now. Bears by 9. Kyver throws it over to Bridges or left wing. They'll get it into Garrick in the post. He'll kick it across to Jace. He'll drive into the paint, and that's knocked away from the backside, and it's a foul. It's one of those plays where Cedar's got to be aggressive, and they get the foul. Back to the free throw line go the Bears as Jace will toe the line.
You know, I was going to say something, but I really don't want to jinx him right now, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut for this one.
First free throw's up, and it's good.
Glad I didn't talk.
Nicely done, Dax. He can be taught. Second free throw from Jace is up, and that rattles around and goes in. Bears back by 11 now, 61-50. Albrecht front court for Cedar. Doesn't use the screen. Drives to about 8 feet, pulls up and shoots, rattles around and scores. They've made a lot of those little mid-range jumpers tonight. Again, on the fast break back the other way, Jace has it, hands over to Bridger Barfus. Easy layup. Boy, the Bears, if they go quick, they're getting free runs to the basket off this pressure from Cedar. So we exchange buckets again. Bears back up 11. Here's a drive by Albrecht all the way into the lane, and he scores. Oh, I think the Bears had another opportunity for a run out. Instead, Coach Shaw will call a timeout. I think he's noticed something Cedar is doing that they need to make an adjustment. We'll keep it right here for this timeout, which has been a very high-paced fourth quarter. Both teams really getting up and down the court. And I think at times tonight, Dax, the pressure that Cedar's put on has really hurt them.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears just, they get going a million miles an hour. They don't stop and think. They're throwing passes. They're trying to force things. They're trying to force shots up. And honestly, you have a 35-second shot clock, and if you get a rebound on a shot, you get another 35 seconds. That's plenty of time in the world. I mean, you got to get it across half court, which they have not had a problem with at all. But honestly, they just get it going out of their minds and thinking too much. And then sometimes on defense, they just get a little bit too complacent. And I think that's something that a team like this is going to have to learn to how to play with each other. I mean, you think about it, only 5 of the 8 seniors this year played varsity basketball this year or last year. So you have other guys coming off that are starting to make an impact, and they just got to figure out how to play with each other. And that's the good thing about this, is that we're still in the early season. So that's all kind of materializing.
Bears break the pressure on the inbound. Now down to 3 minutes to go in the game. Bears up by 9. They'll get it in the corner to Kyver. Back into the post to Jace. Fakes to the middle. Back to the baseline. Goes up for the shot. It's missed. Rebound Cedar, and they're off and running. Don't know about that one, as Albrecht kind of just runs into Kyver and then falls down. He'll get the call. So I think that means on the next, oh, I can't see their team
No, they've
fouls.
only got, so the Bears right now only have 3.
So 2 more
fouls,
before
so
they're shooting free throws.
They got 2 to give, yeah.
Jeter will inbound for Cedar. They'll swing it around, get it to Albrecht right wing. Chase there on the defense. They'll kick it up top for the deepest shot you can take without it being a 3, and it's knocked down by Carson Visser. A long 2. Lead back to 7. Bears break the pressure. They get it to Marble. Back to Kyver on the drive. Lays it up and in. Beautiful give and go. And the Bears push the lead back to 9. 2:28 to go. Albrecht crosses over Kyver, kicks it over to the right corner for another 3. That rattles around, comes off. Garrick big on the rebound. They'll outlet it to Jace Roberts. He'll wisely back it out as they didn't have numbers. Now he'll have it on the left wing. Back to Kyver again. Great possession here to run all this clock down. Instead, Kyver cuts through, lays it up and in, and 1. He's fouled. Beautiful pass and cut again.
That's a big one there. Garrick Marble doing what he's done best so far this season, is facilitate and make the right pass at the right time.
Bears now up 11 with 1 free throw coming. A chance to put it up to 12 with 2 minutes to go is going to make it very difficult for Cedar. Credit the Bears down the stretch. They've answered the call whenever Cedar's tried to put a run on them. The Bears have always answered back with a big bucket of their own. Bears now up 12, 68-56. Albrecht throws it over on the right wing to Jeter. He fakes a drive, now kicks it over to Key for a three on the left side. That rattles out. Rebound Gehrig. Bears can put this one away right here with a bucket. Kyver lobs it to Gehrig, front court. Over to Olsen. Ooh, I thought he could have had a layup there. He decides to back it out. Work some more of the clock. They'll reset with Kyver up above the three-point line. Now they'll lob it in the high post to Gehrig. He'll swing it over to Barfus. Ooh, tough pass to handle. He chases it down, and they'll say that he's fouled in the process. So Bridger Barfus will step to the line.
You know, right now, if you're Skyview or Desert Hills watching this, I mean, you're both going to have a matchup, one sooner than the other, but Barfus knocks down the first one. You're kind of licking your chops right now. I mean, the Bears have not played a fantastic game. I mean, when they need to be good, they step up, and they've played well, but overall, again, kind of in its own way, not the same as the other day, but kind of an ugly one.
Bears now up 14, 70-56. Here's a deep three from Albrecht. Rattles around, comes off, and Gehrig Marble on the rebound. They'll throw it down the right side to Marble to break the pressure back to Kyver. He'll get into the paint and then swing back out around. Kick back to Gehrig. Back to Kyver. 1 minute to go. Bears by 14. This time they say Kyver extends the left arm on the retreat dribble. They'll give him the offensive foul, and Cedar will take over with just under a minute to go. Thurgood comes into the game for the Bears, along with Cash Avery. Albrecht drives on Jay, step back jumpers away, and that's short off the rim. Stubbs chases it down, saves it under the basket. It's taken, and up for the shot goes Ty Stubbs, and he's fouled on the way up. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, those two look exactly the same.
Yeah, I think
they've got
a set of twins out there. Yeah, both sophomores. And Tate Stubbs have played a fantastic game tonight. He made a few big buckets in the first half and has made what seems like 3 or 4 buckets here in the late portions of this game. But luckily for the Bears, they were able to answer the call tonight and do just enough to stay in the lead.
You know, I mean, I do understand the situation where Cedar has to press, but that press, they've got to make some serious adjustments if they're thinking that's going to get them some wins because, you know, I mean, the Bears did not play phenomenal today, and I think against most teams in 4A, that press is a steal there, but...
There's a steal from Cedar coming the other way. They'll get an easy layup going back the other way, and that cuts it to 10, 70-60. But the Bears will call or Cedar will call a timeout here with 24 seconds to go. We'll keep it here.
But no, that press is not going to win them very many games this year. I mean, the Bears getting cherry-picked layups, and they're not even trying to. They got to make some serious adjustments to that if they think that that's going to win them some basketball games this year.
Some more of our great sponsors for tonight's game. Rudd Funeral Home in Tremont and Garland will treat your family with care and compassion in your time of need. Online at ruddfuneralhome.com. Mike Knorr Plumbing. The team at Mike Knorr Plumbing is ready to help you with your leaks, plumbing repairs, and new installation. Call them today at 257-0646. And Riverside Corner Sinclair. When traveling through Riverside, you have to stop by Riverside Corner Sinclair. Get all your goodies, fill up your car, and grab a Bear River Special. Riverside Corner Sinclair is home to the famous chicken strips and is a 2-time Best of Northern Utah gold medalist for convenience stores. Reminder to stick around for our Gem Electric post-game show. We'll have a brief post-game show right after the game where Dax will award the McDonald's Player of the Game, and then we'll clear out of here so the next teams can get ready for their broadcast. 24 seconds to go. Bears by 10, 70-60. And once the Bears were up by 16 early in the third, it's really been a back and forth battle since then. Olsen will inbound. Got to get it in. Got to get it in. He ends up having to call a timeout. So it's going to take us a minute to get these final 24 seconds taken care of.
Yeah, Bears went for the look to try and get a long pass, put the quarterback in, throwing it in, and had Cedar left a man in the back court, and they read it right, played it well. So Bears can't get the ball in. Call a timeout.
Let's take a minute to look at some of our other sponsors for tonight's game. Castlelight in Logan has pavers, tile, brick, and more. If you have questions on how to install these yourself, Castlelight's experts can help. More at castlelight.com. Bob's Body Shop, did you break or chip your windshield? If so, Bob's Body Shop in Tremonton can fix it. A preferred auto body repair center right in Tremonton. Plus, they'll take care of all the insurance paperwork for you. Bears break the huddle. They'll come back, see if they can run these final 24 seconds off the clock and get out of here with a win in the first game of the North versus South battle this weekend. Olsen will inbound. This time they get it into Cash Avery. He'll throw it back to Owen. Got to get it across.
Got to get it across now, too.
Thurgood throws it into the front, and it's taken by Tyden Jones, who's checked in now over to Mason Sorensen. We're down to 9. I believe this is going to wrap it up. They'll dribble out the clock, and that's going to wrap this game up. The Bears are going to pick up the 10-point win against a very scrappy Cedar team tonight who had moments of brilliance. And the Bears were able to answer the call when Cedar put the pressure on coming down the stretch. They'll pick up the win 70-60. We'll take a short break, and then we'll be back to wrap up and award our McDonald's Player of the Game on the Gem Electric postgame show. You're listening to Bear Bears basketball on 104.9 The Ranch.
And accessories and all toys 20% off. Insulated footwear 25% off. See store for details. IFA in Tremonton. Online at ifacountrystores.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
This is Greg Madsen. A few years ago, my wife of 37 years, Sherry, passed away from cancer. Red Funeral Home was amazing when it came to taking care of my family's needs. If you're in that situation, contact Red Funeral Home. Let Joe and Josh Rudd serve your family in your time of need.
Your pipes are out of sight, out of mind, and could be out of date. We can fix it today.
Mike Nor Plumbing can change out your old pipes for new state-of-the-art pipes to keep your family healthy and safe. 257-0646. Online at MikeNorPlumbing.com.
Welcome back as the Bears pick up the 10-point victory over the Cedar Reds, 70-60. Dax, quickly, who was your McDonald's Player of the Game tonight?
After heavy contemplation between Jace Roberts, Kyver Jensen, and Bridger Barfus, I'm going to have to go back-to-back Player of the Game with Kyver Jensen. I mean, again, he was key, and whenever the Bears had a letdown, Cedar gets back in the game. He stepped up, he made the right pass, he, got the ball across the court when he needed to, broke traps, scored, got to the free throw line, knocked him down. He, again, another great game. I mean, and kind of what was, honestly, that one, I mean, higher scoring for sure, but still kind of ugly. And, Kyver, again, coming out on top and really leading the Bears. And, again, kudos to Bridger Barfus and Jace Roberts. I thought they played great, too, and were also deserving of it. But, again, I'm going to have to go with Kyver.
Yeah, I think you're starting to see the 3-year starter, the experience, and that's going to be big for the Bears as the season progresses and we get into region play. Kyver's ability to lead this team is going to be instrumental to this team's success. So Kyver Jensen, tonight's McDonald's Player of the Game. Our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow, same time, 5:15, depending on the game before us. They were a little behind schedule tonight, but it'll be against Desert Hills, a team that comes in here that Coach Shaw mentioned has some shooters. We're going to have to be able to guard the three-point line. Be another big game for the Bears as they try and go to 2-0 in the North versus South battle this weekend at Skyview High School. Any last thoughts from you, Dax, before we wrap it up?
No, I think early in the season you kind of expect to see the rust shaking off, and now we're 5 games in. I think over the next week and a half you're going to start to see some improvement. I mean, the other night it was all defense for the Bears. Just couldn't get the ball in the basket. Tonight they scored 70 points. They put the ball in the basket. At times there were letdowns on defense, though, and to be a great team in 4A in Utah, or really any classification, you have to be able to do both. And right now we're seeing the only game that we've seen so far where the Bears did both was against Uinta on Saturday, and they did an excellent job on the offensive end, notched 73 points, somewhere around there, and on defense, I mean, held Uinta to 46, somewhere in that range too. So I mean, that's really the only game that we've seen them play the way that everybody knows they can. And so I think over the next week you're going to start seeing the tides turn. They put together the offense and a little bit of the defense. I think tomorrow, again, knock on wood, I think that you're going to come out and see them put up a good amount of points, do well on offense, and play good enough defense to win a game against Desert Hills, who, Desert Hills is always tough. So, no, I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited to see the improvement, and I expect to see improvement.
So that's going to wrap it up for us today at Skyview High School. We'll be back at it tomorrow, again, on the air somewhere between 5 and 5:15 if you'd like to join us for tomorrow night's broadcast against Desert Hill. You've been listening to Bear River Bears basketball on 104.9 The Ranch.
This Bear River Bears broadcast has been a presentation of 104.9 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, Adams Wealth Advisors, McDonald's, Castelite, Bob's Body Shop, Central Milling, Greer's Hardware, Gem Electric, Kent's Market, Golden Spike Electric, Mike Knorr Plumbing, Post Consumer Brand Cereals, Levitt Group of Northern Utah, Yes Printing, Rudd Funeral Home, IFA Country Store, Riverside Corner Sinclair, Spike Power Sports, and Cache Valley Daily. Catch the replay of tonight's game on CashValleyDaily.com.